If you are like me and you are tired of consumer culture, the waste, the pressure, the constant hustle just to keep up, then listen up. You don't need $1 million to retire early. You just need to stop buying crap you don't even need. Seriously, most people stay stuck in jobs they hate just to afford stuff they barely use. If this sounds like you, then stick around because I'm going to share with you the secret to wanting less so you can walk away and retire sooner, like we did. Hi, my name is Daravi, and my husband and I didn't get to retire early by grinding ourselves into the ground or from winning the lottery. We just stopped buying stuff we didn't need and starting spending in a way that actually made sense for us. No fancy tricks, no crazy income. Just simple choices that add up to a life with way more freedom. So, if you are tired of working just to keep up, today I got something better for you. But before we get into the good stuff, let's call out the big lie that keeps so many of us spinning our wheels. I call it consumer trap. Basically, it's this idea that you are always supposed to want more, like whatever you have right now, it's somehow not quite enough. Think about it, your car is totally fine, but suddenly you are eyeing on the one with fancy heated seats and that big touchscreen. Your phone works perfectly fine, but hey, now there's a new one with 3 camera and some super zoom feature. Even your house, which you actually like, start to feel a little meh after you see someone else with a double kitchen island on Zillow. And all of this consumerism's influence adds up fast. What you need to realize is that every time you level up your lifestyle, you are also signing up to work longer just to pay for it all. But nobody really tells you that part. Instead, you hear stuff like just budget better or pick up side hustle. Maybe you haven't even thought about delivering DoorDash on the weekends. But honestly, the problem isn't always that you are not making enough money. A lot of times it's just that we are handing so much right back to the companies that are literally experts at making us want more. Seriously, they just hire a team just to figure out how to get into your head and make you spend more of your money. And it's everywhere. Ads, influencers, your neighbor mountains of Amazon box, it's all around us all the time. So if you're always chasing the next thing, no wonder why you feel stuck. That's exactly how consumer culture wants it. Keep you running on that hamster wheel, stressed out, stretch things, and just treating yourself just enough to keep going. Just think about it for a second. Most people don't actually want to be working into their 60s. They just feel like they don't have a choice. The system is designed like a cycle to keep you broke. Make money, then make even more just to spend even more. And honestly, it's not just an American thing. I grew up in Cambodia and saw the exact same thing over there. People everywhere got caught up with trying to look successful, even if it means stretching themselves way too thin. In Cambodia, you will see some folks rocking designer brand or driving fancy car, but behind the scenes, they're living in tiny places and barely scraping by. A lot of it is just for show, but it still costs a ton. People will go broke just to look rich. And I get it. It's hard not to get swept up with what everyone else is doing. But being stuck in the trap will keep you working forever. Now I'm going to tell you something that nobody else will. Seriously, you need to get yourself out of that trap. What if you just stop playing that game? See, when you quit buying stuff you don't even care about just to impress people who aren't even paying attention, you get something way more value back. Your time. And honestly, time is the only one thing you can't buy no matter how much money you have. All right, let's talk about what actually looks like to spend with intention, because this is where things get really start to turn around for you. Look, you don't have to give up your morning coffee or live off the grid in the woods. This isn't about making your life miserable. It's about not wasting your money on stuff that doesn't really matter to you. For us, that means we still drive our old car maybe like 20 years ago, and honestly, we couldn't care less about upgrading. It runs fine, it's paid off, and get us where we need to go. And that's all we need. I don't own any designer purses, not even a fake one. And as for my clothing, I usually pick up clothes when we visit family in Asia. Like I'm talking about $5-10 for a whole outfit that looks good and feel good and doesn't burn up my credit card. Why would I drop a $300 on a dress that are probably just going to spill the fish sauce on it anyway? If you are still buying name brand, you are likely adding a crazy amount of time to your working years. Now look, spending with intention isn't about being cheap. I just want you to figure out what actually make you happy and cut the rest. In my experience, that's how you make room for real freedom. That's how you get early retirement without feeling like you are missing out on life. I have to tell you now, saying no to that all consumer pressure didn't just help us retire early, it actually made retirement way more fun. No boss, no alarm clock, no having to ask for time off. I wake up, do what I want, and where I want. And let me tell you, that kind of freedom is so much better than any fancy new dress. Instead of always chasing the next thing to buy, we spend our days doing stuff that actually matters to us. I like gardening, I like biking and cooking healthy meals at home. And we get to travel like 4 or 5 months every year. And one of the things I'm most proud of, I have paid for my nephew's schools back in Cambodia. That means more to me than any new car status symbols ever could. And I promise you, you will start to realize that life just feels richer when your time is your own and your money actually lines up with your value instead of just fitting some marketing machine. You will be amazed at how full your life feels like when you stop trying to fill it with more stuff. You may be skeptical if it's really possible to live this way. Trust me, it is. And we will show you how. If you are chasing early retirement or financial freedom and you want real advice from people who actually done it, subscribe and stick with us. We are sharing everything we have learned right here. All right, here's the bigger things I hope you take away from this video. I want you to realize something that most people never will. Saying no to all the consumer craziness isn't about being stingy or cheap. It's about getting your freedom back. Freedom from always feeling like you have to keep up, freedom from debt, and freedom from spending your whole life working just to buy stuff you didn't even want in the first place. And here's one last thing that nobody else really talks about. Once you stop trying to impress other people, you finally get to live for yourself. Less stuff, more freedom, more happiness. Now I want to hear from you guys. If you could retire years earlier by giving up just one thing you buy out of habit, what would it be? And is it worth it to you? Share your honest answer in the comments below. And if you made this far in this video, we would like to give you a copy of our free guide, the Fire Starter Guide, How to Achieve Financial Independence and See the World. Just like this video and drop the word FIRE in the comment, and we will send you the link to get it totally free. And if you want to see how we live on under $1,300 a month early retirement, watch our video where Jason's break down our monthly budget, how we live full, happy life in early retirement without spending a fortune. Thanks for watching.